Imagine being able to achieve stronger, firmer erections naturally, without constantly depending on pills, supplements, or quick fixes that only address the problem temporarily. For many men, the idea of improving erection quality feels complicated, confusing, or even impossible. But the truth is that your body already has many of the tools it needs to improve blood flow, strengthen the muscles involved in sexual function, and support better performance. And today, I'm going to walk you through 3 simple but highly effective exercises that you can begin doing from the comfort of your own home. These exercises require very little equipment, they are practical, and when performed consistently, they can help support stronger erections naturally. In this video, I'll explain exactly how to perform each exercise correctly, how many repetitions and sets you should aim for, and how to gradually build these movements into your routine so you can start seeing real improvements over time. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm also going to share one important technique that many men overlook when it comes to getting and maintaining a stronger erection during intimacy. So let's get into the first exercise. The first exercise we're going to discuss is called the Kegel exercise, also known as pelvic floor muscle strengthening. Now, I know many men have heard about Kegel exercises before, but a common problem is that most guys are not completely sure if they are performing them correctly. And honestly, that confusion makes a lot of sense. The pelvic floor muscles are located deep inside your pelvis, which means you cannot simply look down and see whether those muscles are working. Because of that, many men struggle with questions like, am I contracting the right muscles? Or am I actually doing this exercise correctly? So let me show you a simple way to understand and perform a proper pelvic floor contraction. The easiest position to begin with is lying flat on your back. When you lie down, you are working with gravity instead of against it, which makes it much easier for beginners to feel the correct muscle activation. Once you are comfortable, take 2 fingers from your dominant hand, using your index finger and middle finger, and gently place them over the area called the perineum. The perineum is the small area of skin located between the scrotum and the anus. This area is important because it gives you feedback about whether your pelvic floor muscles are actually contracting. Place your fingers gently on that area and apply a small amount of pressure. Then, bend your knees comfortably and place your other hand over your stomach. Take a deep breath in, then slowly breathe all the way out. At the very end of that exhale, imagine that you are stopping the flow of urine. This is the same muscle action that activates your pelvic floor. You are gently squeezing those muscles, holding the contraction for a moment, and then fully relaxing. The key here is not to tighten your stomach, your buttocks, or your thighs. The goal is to isolate the pelvic floor muscles and teach them to work properly. You'll know you have performed the contraction correctly if you can feel movement or tightening underneath your fingers. Some men describe this feeling as a slight lifting sensation. Others feel a gentle tightening or pulling sensation in that area. Everyone experiences it a little differently, but the important thing is that you feel the pelvic floor muscles engaging. The more consistently you practice these contractions, the stronger and more coordinated those muscles become. And that matters because your pelvic floor plays a major role in erection quality, urinary control, and sexual function. However, there is something important that many men don't realize. There are different types of pelvic floor contractions, and there are different positions you should train in if you want the best results. It is not just about squeezing the muscle repeatedly without a plan. To properly strengthen your pelvic floor, you need to understand how to train it progressively, just like any other muscle group in your body. Your arms, legs, chest, and back all require proper technique and progression to get stronger. The pelvic floor is no different. This is where many men make mistakes. They start doing random contractions without understanding the correct technique, the right amount of volume, or how to progress over time. And unfortunately, this can lead to frustration because they do not see the improvements they were expecting. That's why having a structured approach is so important. A proper pelvic floor strengthening routine should guide you through the correct exercises, the right repetitions, and the proper progression so you are not wasting time guessing. Because when it comes to improving muscle strength and control, doing the exercise incorrectly can slow down your progress. The goal is not simply to perform more repetitions. The goal is to perform the right contractions with control, consistency, and proper technique. And once you understand the basics of pelvic floor training, you can start building a stronger foundation for better overall sexual health and function. Now let's move on to the second exercise, because pelvic floor training is only one piece of the puzzle. Now that you understand the importance of properly training your pelvic floor muscles, let's move into the second exercise, because improving erection quality is not just about one specific muscle group. Your overall strength, circulation, and physical conditioning all play an important role in how your body performs. The second exercise focuses on strengthening some of the largest and most powerful muscles in your body, including your glutes, thighs, hamstrings, and the muscles around your hips. And the reason this matters is because these muscles are involved in movement, stability, blood flow, and overall physical performance. When you regularly perform strength training exercises, you are not only improving muscle strength, but you are also supporting healthier hormone levels, including testosterone production. And testosterone plays an important role in male health, energy levels, muscle development, and sexual function. So, if you want to improve your erections naturally, building a stronger and healthier body should be part of your strategy. The specific exercise we are focusing on here is called the hip thrust. Now, before you hear the name and think this is just another random gym exercise, understand that this movement is incredibly effective because it directly targets your glute muscles. Your glutes are some of the strongest muscles in your body, and training them properly can improve your lower body strength, stability, and physical control. To perform the hip thrust correctly, start by positioning your upper back against a stable surface, such as the edge of a couch, bench, or a sturdy chair. Your feet should be placed firmly on the ground, with your knees bent. From this position, you are going to drive your hips upward toward the ceiling. The movement should come from your hips and glute muscles, not from your lower back. As you lift your hips, focus on squeezing your glutes at the top of the movement. Think about creating a strong contraction, almost as if you are holding something valuable between your glutes and trying not to let it fall. This simple visualization can actually help you activate the correct muscles. At the top position, your body should create a straight line from your shoulders down toward your knees. Then, slowly lower your hips back down with control. The important thing is not to rush through the movement. Quality is always more important than speed. You want to feel the muscles working through every repetition. Many people make the mistake of simply moving up and down without actually engaging the muscles they are trying to strengthen. But when you focus on proper form and controlled movement, you get much more benefit from every single repetition. One of the great things about hip thrusts is that they can be adapted for different fitness levels. If you are just starting out, you can perform them using only your body weight. You do not need any equipment. Your own body provides enough resistance to begin building strength. As you become stronger and more comfortable with the movement, you can gradually add additional weight to increase the challenge. This is the same principle used in all effective strength training programs. You start with a level that allows you to perform the exercise correctly, then slowly increase the difficulty as your body adapts. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Perform this exercise around 2 times per week as part of your regular workout routine. This gives your muscles enough stimulation to grow stronger while also allowing proper recovery between sessions. Remember, muscles do not become stronger during the exercise itself. They become stronger when your body repairs and adapts afterward. So consistency and recovery are both extremely important. When combined with pelvic floor exercises, movements like hip thrusts can help create a stronger foundation for better physical performance. You are not just training one area. You are improving multiple systems that contribute to overall male health. You are building stronger muscles, supporting circulation, improving physical confidence, and creating better control over your body. And that combination is what makes the biggest difference over time. Now, before we move on to the third exercise, I want to quickly talk about something that can make a huge difference in your progress. Many men focus only on one solution. They think there is one magic exercise, one supplement, or one technique that will completely change everything. But the reality is that the best results come from combining multiple healthy habits together. Pelvic floor training, strength exercises, and cardiovascular conditioning all work together. Each one supports a different part of the process. That is why the next exercise is so important, because while strength training improves muscle function, we also need to focus on your cardiovascular system and your body's ability to deliver blood efficiently. And this brings us to the third exercise that research supports for improving overall erection quality. The third exercise is something many people avoid because they assume it is too difficult, but I'm going to simplify it and show you exactly how you can start at your current fitness level. This exercise is called interval training. Now, I know some of you might hear the words interval training and immediately think of exhausting workouts, intense running sessions, or spending hours in the gym. But that is not what we are talking about here. Interval training simply means changing the intensity of an aerobic activity during your workout. Instead of maintaining the exact same speed the entire time, you alternate between periods of lower intensity and higher intensity. This method allows you to challenge your cardiovascular system while still making the workout manageable. For example, a beginner-friendly routine could involve a simple walk and jog session. You could start with a 30-minute workout. During that time, you might walk comfortably for 2 minutes. Then increase the pace and jog for around 45 seconds. After that, return to walking and repeat the same pattern throughout the session. This creates intervals of different intensity levels. You are training your body to handle changes in demand, improve endurance, and become more efficient. The best part is that you do not need expensive equipment. You can complete this type of workout outside with a simple pair of running shoes. Or, if you prefer the gym, you can use equipment like a treadmill, stationary bike, rowing machine, or any other cardio option you enjoy. The most important thing is choosing an activity that you can stay consistent with. Because the exercise you actually continue doing will always be more effective than the perfect workout plan that you quit after a few days. When it comes to improving erection quality naturally, consistency is what creates results. You do not need to completely change your life overnight. You need to focus on the right exercises, perform them correctly, and give your body enough time to adapt. With interval training, the goal is not to destroy yourself with intense workouts. The goal is to gradually improve your cardiovascular fitness and support better blood circulation throughout your body. And this is important because erections are heavily dependent on blood flow. An erection occurs when blood enters the penile tissue and becomes trapped there, creating firmness. So when your cardiovascular system becomes healthier and your body becomes more efficient at delivering blood where it needs to go, you are supporting one of the key factors involved in erection quality. For the best results, start with 2 interval training sessions per week. These sessions should be added alongside your pelvic floor exercises and your strength training routine. Give your body several weeks to adjust. Allow your muscles, your heart, and your overall fitness level to gradually improve. Then, as your endurance increases, you can progress to 3 interval training sessions per week. The key is gradual progression. Trying to do too much, too quickly, often leads to burnout, soreness, or giving up before your body has a chance to benefit. Remember, the goal is long-term improvement. A few weeks of consistent training can create noticeable changes, but the biggest results come from making these habits part of your lifestyle. So if we put everything together, the research points us toward a combination approach. You want to train your pelvic floor muscles through proper Kegel exercises. You want to build strength through movements like hip thrusts and other resistance exercises, and you want to improve your cardiovascular health through interval training. These three areas work together to support better physical performance, stronger muscles, improved circulation, and healthier sexual function. There is no single exercise that magically fixes everything. The human body does not work that way. Your results come from improving the systems that contribute to your overall health. And when you consistently train these systems, you give yourself the best possible foundation for stronger and more reliable erections. Now, I also want to share the important bonus tip I mentioned at the beginning of this video. This is something that many men completely overlook, and it has nothing to do with another exercise or another physical technique. The secret is learning how to calm your mind. Many men experience difficulties during intimacy not because their body is incapable of performing, but because their mind is creating unnecessary pressure. Performance anxiety can activate your stress response. And when your body is in a stressed state, it becomes much harder to relax and allow normal sexual function to happen. Your brain and your body are connected. If your mind is constantly worrying about whether you will perform well, whether you will maintain an erection, or whether your partner will be satisfied, your body can respond by creating tension instead of relaxation. This is why taking a few minutes to calm your mind before intimacy can make such a big difference. One simple technique I recommend is adding a short guided meditation before sexual activity. Even just 4 minutes of focused breathing and relaxation can help reduce stress and allow you to become more present in the moment. When you lower anxiety, your nervous system becomes calmer. And when your nervous system is calmer, your body can focus more effectively on normal sexual responses. You can find thousands of guided meditation options online. Simply search for a guided meditation that focuses on relaxation, breathing, or reducing anxiety. Choose one that feels comfortable for you. The goal is not to become an expert at meditation. The goal is simply to give your mind a chance to slow down before intimacy. Many men spend so much time trying to improve their physical performance that they completely ignore the mental side. But confidence, relaxation, and feeling comfortable in your own body are just as important. Your body performs best when your mind and body are working together. So combine this simple relaxation technique with the exercises we discussed. Train your pelvic floor, strengthen your lower body, improve your cardiovascular fitness, and work on reducing unnecessary stress. This complete approach gives you the best chance of improving your erection quality naturally. Now, I want to remind you that progress does not happen instantly. Your muscles need time to become stronger. Your cardiovascular system needs time to adapt, and your confidence needs time to grow. But if you stay consistent and continue building healthy habits, you can create meaningful improvements. The biggest mistake many men make is giving up too early. They try something for a few days, do not see immediate changes, and assume it does not work. But the body requires repetition and consistency. Think about building muscle. Nobody expects to go to the gym once and suddenly become stronger. The same principle applies here. Small actions repeated consistently create bigger changes over time. So focus on the process. Focus on doing the exercises correctly. Focus on improving your overall health. And allow your body the time it needs to respond. Because better sexual health is not just about one moment. It is about creating a healthier, stronger version of yourself. And when you take care of your body, many other areas of your life improve as well. Your energy levels can improve, your confidence can improve, your physical ability can improve, and your overall quality of life can improve. Now, before we finish, I want to bring everything together and make sure you understand how these exercises work as a complete system. Because the biggest mistake many men make is looking for one simple solution that will solve everything instantly. They search for one exercise, one product, or one shortcut that will completely transform their performance. But when it comes to your body, especially something as complex as sexual health, the answer is usually not one single thing. The answer is improving the different systems that work together. Your pelvic floor muscles, your cardiovascular health, your strength levels, your stress management, and your overall lifestyle all play a role. Think of your body like a machine. Every part has a purpose. If one area is neglected, the entire system may not perform at its highest level. That is why the combination of these exercises is so important. The first step is strengthening your pelvic floor muscles through properly performed Kegel exercises. These muscles are directly involved in controlling erections and maintaining firmness. However, just like any other muscle in your body, they need proper training. You need the correct technique. You need consistency. And you need progressive improvement over time. The second step is improving your overall strength through exercises like hip thrusts. Strong glute muscles and a stronger lower body contribute to better movement, stability, and physical performance. Strength training also supports healthy hormone levels and helps maintain a more active and capable body. The third step is improving your cardiovascular fitness through interval training. This supports circulation, endurance, and your body's ability to deliver oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. When you combine all three approaches, you are not simply focusing on one symptom. You are improving the foundation of your health, and that is where long-term results come from. Now, I also want to talk about something that is often ignored when men are trying to improve their erections: lifestyle habits. Because even the best exercise routine cannot completely overcome unhealthy daily choices. Your body responds to everything you do. Your sleep quality, your nutrition, your activity levels, and your stress levels all influence how your body functions. For example, if you are constantly exhausted, highly stressed, and not taking care of your health, your body will not perform at its best. On the other hand, when you prioritize movement, recovery, and healthy habits, you create an environment where your body can function more effectively. This is why exercise should not be viewed as a temporary solution. It should become part of your lifestyle. You are not just exercising to improve one area of your health. You are investing in your future. Every workout, every healthy meal, every good night of sleep, and every positive habit contributes to the bigger picture. And when you consistently take care of yourself, the benefits extend far beyond sexual health. You may notice improvements in your energy, confidence, mood, strength, and overall well-being. Now, let's talk about expectations. It is important to understand that every person is different. Some men may notice changes relatively quickly. Others may need more time depending on their age, current fitness level, health history, and consistency. The goal should not be comparing your progress to someone else. The goal should be improving from where you are today. Small improvements add up. A stronger contraction, a better workout, more stamina, less anxiety. These changes may seem small individually, but together they create a significant difference. The body adapts based on the signals you give it. When you consistently challenge your muscles, improve your fitness, and reduce unnecessary stress, your body begins to respond. That is why patience is such an important part of this process. Many men become frustrated because they expect immediate results. But lasting improvements are built over time. Just like gaining muscle, losing fat, or improving athletic performance, improving your physical function requires commitment. The good news is that you do not need to start with complicated routines. You can begin with simple steps. Start practicing your pelvic floor exercises. Add strength training into your week. Include interval-based cardio sessions. Work on relaxing your mind before intimacy. These small actions create momentum. And once you build momentum, staying consistent becomes much easier. Another important point is that these exercises should always be performed with proper form. More is not always better. Doing hundreds of incorrect repetitions will not necessarily give you better results. In fact, poor technique can prevent you from getting the benefits you are looking for. The focus should always be quality over quantity. Control the movement. Feel the muscles working. Understand what your body is doing. That awareness is what allows you to progress effectively. So if you are beginning this journey, remember that you are building a stronger foundation. You are training your body to become more efficient. You are developing better control. And you are creating habits that support long-term health. As we wrap up, I want you to remember one important message. Improving your erection quality naturally is not about chasing shortcuts or hoping for overnight results. It is about giving your body the right environment to perform the way it was designed to. Every healthy decision you make builds on the one before it. Every correctly performed pelvic floor contraction helps strengthen muscles that play an important role in sexual function. Every strength training session improves your physical capacity and supports better overall health. Every interval workout helps improve circulation and cardiovascular fitness. And every moment you spend reducing stress allows your mind and body to work together instead of against each other. When these habits become part of your weekly routine, you are no longer relying on temporary fixes. You are investing in long-term improvement. That is the difference between treating symptoms and building a healthier foundation. Remember, consistency will always outperform perfection. You do not have to perform every workout perfectly. You simply need to keep showing up. Progress comes from repetition. Your body responds to what you do consistently, not what you do occasionally. So if you miss a workout, do not get discouraged. Simply continue with your next session and keep moving forward. Small, consistent improvements create lasting results. If you combine a structured pelvic floor routine, lower body strength training with exercises like the hip thrust, and regular interval cardio sessions, you are addressing several of the most important factors involved in natural erectile function. You're strengthening key muscles. You're improving blood flow. You're supporting healthier hormone function through regular exercise. And you're improving your overall physical fitness. Together, these changes can make a meaningful difference over time. Now, let's come back to that final tip I mentioned earlier. If you have never tried a short guided meditation before intimacy, I genuinely encourage you to give it a chance. Many men underestimate how much performance anxiety can interfere with normal sexual function. Even if your body is physically capable, stress and overthinking can make it much more difficult to achieve or maintain an erection. Taking just 4 minutes to slow your breathing, relax your body, and quiet your thoughts can help shift your nervous system into a calmer state. When your body feels safe and relaxed, it is much easier for healthy blood flow and normal sexual responses to occur naturally. There are countless guided meditation videos available online. Choose one that helps you relax and allows you to focus on your breathing. It does not have to be complicated. The goal is simply to reduce unnecessary tension before intimacy. Finally, if you want extra guidance with your pelvic floor training, consider following a structured beginner program rather than trying to figure everything out on your own. Having a step-by-step progression removes the guesswork. It helps ensure you're activating the correct muscles, progressing at the right pace, and avoiding common mistakes that slow improvement. A structured plan also makes it easier to stay consistent because you always know exactly what to do next. That saves time, reduces frustration, and gives you more confidence that you're moving in the right direction. Most importantly, remember that improving your sexual health is part of improving your overall health. The stronger your body becomes, the better it functions. The healthier your heart, muscles, and mind become, the greater the benefits you can experience in many areas of life, not just in the bedroom. So start with the basics. Practice your Kegel exercises with proper technique. Strengthen your lower body every week. Include interval training in your routine. Take care of your recovery. Manage your stress. Stay patient with the process. And allow your body the time it needs to adapt. Meaningful change does not happen overnight, but with consistency and commitment, it absolutely can happen. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope these strategies help you better understand how exercise, movement, and healthy habits can support stronger, more reliable erections naturally. If you found this information helpful, consider sharing it with someone who may also benefit from it. And if you're committed to improving your health one step at a time, keep learning, keep training, and keep taking care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.